Building a new website can be a daunting task and an expensive one, but the issues of simply leaving it can be more harmful than the challenges you face whilst updating it. So here are 5 reasons why you should update your site rather than leaving it to rot. Keeping your site secure and safe from any potential hackers or malicious bots is key when you have a website. Part of this will be down to your web host, but a lot of this will fall onto you if you're performing the maintenance of the site. For example, if you're using WordPress for your website, plugins and themes can be a gateway for unwanted visitors if left outdated and insecure. With a full refresh of the website, you can get your hands on the latest themes and plugins so that your site is the most safe and secure that it can possibly be. Regular, fresh content is key when you have any sort of online presence, but most brands tend to focus on their social media channels, which is great, but don't forget your website. Your website is probably the place where the majority of your conversions take place, so keeping this up to date is essential to keep customers engaged and interested in your brand. For example, if you sell home accessories, it wouldn't be beneficial to focus on your older lineup of products. Instead, you want to showcase the latest and greatest home decor you have available. A customer isn't going to trust you as much if your content isn't related to any current global or industry news, for example. People want to know that you're alive and active as a business. Search engine algorithms are changing all the time, and if your content isn't, search engines might ignore it. Regularly checking your keywords and updating that for your copy and your metadata is good practice if you want to stay at the top of your SEO game. Much like people, search engines also want to know if you're alive and active as a website, so keeping your copy and your metadata up to date proves to Google that you should be on the front page. Design trends are always changing on websites, and a website only built about 6 months ago might already seem outdated. Obviously, a website designer will work with your brand and its guidelines to make sure that they build a website that represents you well, keeping in mind your customer so that it's suitable for the target audience. But there are certain trends in layouts, user experience, and visual elements that you should keep in mind when designing your website. How effective is your website really? Are customers converting? Are people dropping off after about 10 seconds of being on your homepage? Keeping an eye on your website's analytics helps to address these issues so that you can fix them during a rebuild. If you have a very short average page view time, check what the customer sees first. How could you redesign it to guide them through the website? How could it be more engaging? It's also really important to double check the mobile and tablet versions of your website, so you may have to clean this up so it's more visually appealing to the customer on those devices. A customer's user experience and journey through your website is the most important thing to bear in mind, so use any analytics data you have during your redesign. At Red Pepper, we recommend to our clients updating their site every 2 to 3 years, but in the meantime, keeping their plugins and their themes up to date and refreshing their content regularly.